I told y'all, taking matters in your own hands was going to turn a lot of heads. This ain't protesting with poster boards or popsicle sticks. We protesting with dollars right now. This video is about to get real good.
5 tonight, Uber and the Nevada Transportation Authority are teaming up this holiday weekend for a crackdown on fake rideshare drivers. Fox 5's Kim Passoff joins us now with just how big the problem is in Las Vegas and why it's a big gamble to take an unlicensed ride. Kim?
So as you can see, unlicensed. He said that, unlicensed. You guys got to pay attention to the words in this whole video. They're throwing small legal cues out there to let you know that you could be licensed with a business license, with insurance, and conduct rides off these Uber and Lyft apps. These Uber and Lyft apps are not rideshare. They tap into rideshare. If you want to be a rideshare driver, you could be one without the use of an app. You can own your own livery services. A lot of people have no idea what livery is. I got a whole video in my Cash Rides playlist about livery services. So if you want to know what livery is, go check out that video. A lot of people have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so a busy Friday night here at the beginning of the holiday weekend. This is where legitimate rideshare drivers come to stage before picking up all of those tourists flying into Harry Reid. And while everyone here will get a notification through their app where to pick up their next passenger, fake rideshare drivers are out looking for anyone willing to pay cash.
You see how she tried to throw fake rideshare drivers are looking to pay cash? If they're fake, they're going to ask you for cash. No, some of us real ones, legit ones, we ask for it too, because we're not being paid what we deserve on these apps. We know these people are paying $80, $90 for these rides, and we're getting $24, $35. So it's not just fake drivers asking for cash. We are real rideshare. We really are on these apps. We are background checked. We just know our worth. A lot of drivers that don't know their worth, they won't ask you for cash. They'll just do it for whatever the apps say. And while their car is constantly being broken down, constantly sitting in the shop, they can't afford to repair their car while paying their daily bills. Those are the drivers that are going to go broke. The real drivers, the ones who know our worth, we going to ask for cash too. So don't think just because somebody's asked for cash, they're a fake driver. I mean, if it wasn't a problem, why would these news articles be coming out? They know it's a problem. They know riders are seeing themselves get gouged. Riders are being gouged. Drivers are being underpaid. So they're like, you know, we know how to fix this without even dealing with the apps. I'll just pay you in cash. I'll pay you on Venmo. I'll Zelle you. We know the game.
You can get a placard pretty much anywhere offline, and you can parade around as a Uber driver. You'll see a lot of them in black SUVs that look just like Uber and Lyft, but they're not licensed.
For John Foster, Chief of Enforcement for the Nevada Transportation Authority, stopping illegal rideshare drivers is a matter of public safety. People are being picked up by drivers without background checks or proper insurance.
Now keep listening. She's talking about without proper background checks or proper insurance. See, they're telling you there are ways to do rides off the app. They're telling you if you have a background check, if you have proper insurance, you can do your own livery services. They're giving you the game without even knowing that they're giving you the game. Everybody else out there saying, no, it has to be on an app. You have to do it on the app. If you don't have an app, you can't do rideshare. You need an app. They're giving you the game. Now, a lot of these drivers out there in Nevada already showed y'all that they need a Clark County business license and they also need a state license. They need both of those in order to do it. A lot of them don't have it. So what are they doing? They're just driving around with the Uber lamp, the Uber sticker in the window, the Lyft lamp in the window. That's what they're doing. And I told y'all, we don't use those anyways. I don't put those in my car anyways. So if you don't want to ride with me, cool, don't ride with me. But as you can see, I do pretty well doing my rides without the I've been doing rideshare for 5 years. I ain't used that in my car in over 4 years. Doing just fine. I don't use that in my car. I'm not advertising for them for free. That's what they want you to do. But what people are doing is they're using those little stickers and lights, and they're going around with no background check, no insurance. They're not even on the app. They're just saying, hey, you need a ride, you need a ride. That's the people they really trying to go after. But they're telling you the game without you even listening.
I've been communicating with all the hotels along the Strip corridor in downtown to train them on this problem. There's large groups of individuals that are acting as Uber Lyft drivers without a permit. That person will ask you if you want a ride or if you need a ride.
They keep throwing that word permit out there. You got to listen to what they're saying. They're acting like drivers without a permit. They don't say it with the app, without the app. No, without the permit. They don't care if you're on the app or off the app. All they care about is the permit. That's what they're trying to focus on right now.
And for the first time, Uber is teaming up directly with a state agency.
It's certainly more noticeable in Las Vegas because there's so many out-of-towners, there's so many tourists.
Well, the Nevada Transportation Authority regulates 36,000 licensed drivers in the Vegas Valley. Some aren't following the rules.
If 10,000 of those drivers are handing out business cards, it's a big problem. It is a big problem.
He said it was going to be a problem. What did I tell y'all? I said we was coming for our money, we the 300. He said them business cards is a problem. We don't worry about no protesters. Protesting is cool. We ain't worried about protesters. Them business cards is a problem. We got a problem. We got people out there going after the money. And I told y'all in videos last year, when you start going after the money, you start hitting them in the pocket. You start showing up on the bottom line. Now they gonna have a problem. They ain't worried about no protesters. Just like they were sending them interviews on the news a long time ago about the protest. We don't care. It doesn't affect us. Protests don't affect us. But what are they saying? Right in your face. These business cards is affecting us. These riders out there finding their private drivers is affecting us. These people being okay, getting paid. They ain't saying nothing about anything happening to anybody doing a private ride. You don't ever see anything on the news about somebody happening doing a private ride. What they're doing is losing money with all these private rides. That's what's pissing them off. I told y'all, hit them in the pockets, shit's gonna change. We told them we'll sit at the table and talk to them. They never wanted to come to the table. Now everybody's a private driver now. People passing out business cards, whether they're on Uber, Lyft, any app, business cards, no permit, with permit. Business cards is flying out the door right now. And these apps is hurting right now to the point where Uber says we need to go in here and team up. Because like I said, Las Vegas, a lot of money out there, a lot of money in Vegas. A lot of drivers out there thinking, why y'all bringing these apps to our city and taking all this money out of our economy? Y'all ain't even in Arizona. Y'all in California and somewhere else. So y'all coming into our economy, taking money out of our pockets, dilapidating our streets. These drivers is mad, passing out them business cards. I'm telling y'all, we was coming for that money. Now they see what I was talking about.
Taking a business card from a legitimate rideshare driver for a future off-app trip is also taking a risk.
She said taking a risk. She didn't say it was illegal. It's a risk. Everything we do is a risk. Getting into Uber is a risk. Have you not seen all these videos? Legitimate Uber drivers with legitimate riders getting into fights, throwing up in cars, suing Uber, suing Lyft. It's all a risk. Everything we do is a risk. That's what we do as business people. We are risk takers. So to say, oh, if you get into a car with somebody who has the permit and they have a business license and insurance and stuff, that's a risk. We know it's a risk. Why do you think people have insurance? They have insurance for risks. Come on now.
Commercial insurance won't apply unless a ride is booked through the app.
Now we know that's a lie. People can buy commercial insurance outside of the app. They need to say the app's commercial insurance won't apply unless you're on the app. See, you got to pay attention to what these people are saying. They trying to be slick now. I had to break that down and stop that because some idiot out there will be like, see, she said commercial insurance don't apply unless you on the app, Jeff. She just said that. I got to slow it because, we got short bus people that watch this channel. So I had to stop it and be like, she said commercial insurance won't apply unless you're on the app. What she didn't say was Uber and Lyft's commercial insurance won't apply. You can get your own. Jamil's got his own. A lot of us got our own without even going on these apps. We have commercial insurance. You can talk to your broker and buy it. For them to sit and give this half-ass news interview, it's to scare people. I'm telling y'all got to dissect these news interviews. When they sitting there talking about what we do, break it down. That's why I'm here. I break it down. A lot of people gonna still sit there. Well, she said commercial insurance, Jeff. Bro, I've been driving since I was 15 years old. I ain't had commercial insurance until 2024. Ain't nothing happened. Even though I still got it now, ain't nothing happening. I can tell people I got it. What is it gonna mean? Nothing, because ain't nothing happening. Go get you commercial insurance if you worried about it. If you ain't worried about it, don't worry about it. But don't let these people lie to you to your face and tell you commercial insurance don't apply unless you're on the app. No, you can go get your own if you're worried about commercial insurance.
In Nevada, there's a $1.5 million insurance policy.
Any driver caught offering an illegal ride will have their vehicle impounded and face a $10,000 fine. Something happening more often than you might think.
I would say 5 a week. It's challenging. It's very, very challenging. We're just working, collaborating with everyone we can to bring this crisis under control.
You hear that? He called it a crisis, to bring this crisis under control. Now, he's saying they're only finding maybe 5 people a week. Do you know how many people are in Las Vegas? And he's saying we've only found about 5 people a week, but it's a crisis. It's a crisis. You know what the crisis is? It's Uber's bottom line. It's Lyft's bottom line. It's these stocks tanking. That's the real crisis. They don't know, man, we're flooding money somewhere. We got a leak somewhere. We leaking all this money out somewhere. What the hell's going on? That's the crisis. The crisis is not these drivers out there doing this. I told y'all in my last video, everybody out there in Las Vegas on the Uber apps, if they're on the apps, they've got to have it. 99% of those people who are not on the apps, they don't have business insurance. They don't have it. They don't have the state or the county. So how is this a crisis if you saying we're only finding 5 people a week? We're only finding about 5 people a week doing this in our city, our whole city, our entire city. But it's a crisis. The crisis is these apps making phone calls going, hey, man, something's going on. Our numbers ain't looking right. Y'all got to help us out.
And the Nevada Transportation Authority has undercover investigators posing as tourists trying to catch illegal rideshare drivers in the act. But the NTA says that tips from the public are most important to stop fake Ubers. And we have a link on our website, fox5vegas.com, under this story to report one.
So basically what they saying is that unless people start snitching on these drivers, they ain't never going to find them. That's what, I mean, they finding 5 a week. So riders are out there going, yeah, I want to save some money. You telling me you'll do this for $80? They're trying to charge me $130 on the app. You're telling me 80? Okay, let's do it. Hey, he says 80. You think that person is going to turn in a driver that's saving them money? Do you think any of my clients that I use are going to make a call one day just to turn me in for whatever reason? Hey, you know, Jeff's giving us rides from the lake, man. He gave us a real good deal on a ride for the lake. Nobody would even come get us, and Jeff gave us a ride. You really think they're going to be doing that? These people, they have no idea. They're trying this entrapment technique where they can go out and try to get somebody to do it. Somebody can say, you know what, I'm not really a driver, you know what I'm saying? I got insurance, I got license, you know, this is entrapment, you know, Fourth Amendment, illegal search and seizure. I don't even have an Uber or Lyft light in my car. So for you guys to search me claiming I'm a fake rideshare driver when I have nothing that says rideshare on my car, I mean, they opened up a can of worms with this, Pandora's box. The state could be sued for picking on the wrong people, acting like they're going to do some sting operations. You don't see a lot of stings no more because they usually go bad. They're only catching 5. They don't do any stings that are even effective. And now they're trying to get people to snitch on each other. I wish somebody would try to snitch on me. I'm like, please, I got a permit. This is the app I use, commercial insurance on home. I've been doing this for 5 years on the apps. And I ain't never been snitched on to where somebody has to say, hey, I'm going to tell on this guy for saving me some money. I'm tired of people saving me money every day. This is getting old. I mean, this guy, he's saving me $25 a day to and from work every day, saving me 20. I'm turning this guy in. Man, how idiotic are these people? So my whole thing is to keep your foot on their neck. You know it's affecting them. They're trying to call it a crisis. Riders and drivers are teaming up. You making more money, they saving more money. Our economy is being protected. We're not letting giant corporations walk on us and try to use the government to threaten us or the government to scare us out of anything. This is how you take your cities back. You got to stand up. There's going to be a few casualties out there. Their books are going to go down. They're going to lose share. They're going to lose stock market. We might go out there, you know, my car broke down, you know, driving rideshare or whatever. Everybody's going to have something happen to them. Everybody's going to have. But if you're going to be a casualty of war, guess what? At least have the money on the back end to say, I can fix my shit now. I mean, my car went out when I was doing rideshare. I didn't rely on Uber and Lyft to fix my car. I did it myself. I was out there making money. Be ready for that. This is a war. This is not going to be easy. It's not going to be a rollover episode where they go, you know what? We're just going to give you guys more money. No, they're stressed right now for cash. They want to go driverless. They want to use AVs now. They want to get rid of gas engines and use EVs now. They're doing everything in their power to control the narrative of what we do for a living. Fight back. Don't let the narrative control you. Fight back. They want to know what a crisis feels like. Oh, it's going to be a real crisis when people start losing their jobs like that guy there at Hertz, the CEO at Hertz. People going to start losing their jobs like the president of Lyft. People going to start losing their jobs because you challenging the wrong people. We're the ones out here earning this money. We the ones out here making this money. We're the ones taking care of our economy, taking care of our community. You want to mess with us? Oh, get ready. The war is only starting, man. This is going to get real good.